turned 30 this year, and according to Martha Stewart, there are 30 kitchen skills I should master before then. A better way to learn than a 30-part series we can do together. Part 2 of 30, how to season with salt, plus 4 ways to fix a dish when it's too salty. We've all been there. A slip of the hand or misreading the recipe. So here's how Martha Stewart recommends fixing a dish when it's too salty. First, consider adding an acid ingredient. Something like lemon juice, vinegar, even a tomato product to neutralize the saltiness of a dish. Start small, taste it, and then you can always build upon it as you go if you need more. But make sure you choose an acid element that's gonna mesh with your flavor profile. So if you're doing carnitas tacos, maybe do like lime juice instead of balsamic vinegar. When you're not sure, use something neutral like rice wine vinegar or white vinegar. These are compatible with a lot of different dishes. Option number 2, add a sweetener. If something acidic won't go with your dish, try something like brown sugar or maple syrup. Arguably, I think honey would work here too, but a sweetener is perfect when you've oversalted something like stir fries or sauces. Additionally, you could also try adding dairy, especially if your dish is too salty and or too spicy. A creamy dairy product will coat your mouth, tricking your palate. Martha recommends things like heavy cream, half and half, maybe even some sour cream. These are good solutions when your dish needs to simmer a little bit longer. Except for the sour cream and cream cheese, add that at the end, turn off the heat to avoid breaking them apart. And then option number 4 for how to fix an overly salty dish is to dilute or bulk up the dish. You can consider adding a splash or 2 of salt-free liquid, adding more vegetables, pastas, or meats. Increasing the overall amount of whatever you're making will make the salt you put in previously go further, and this will reduce the sodium per portion of your dish. This is a good option if you have dietary concerns. Martha's online article points out that some of us may have been taught the potato trick, which is actually just an old wives' tale. Legend has it that if you toss a raw, peeled, and diced potato into a pot of simmering soup or stew, it'll absorb the salt of whatever you're cooking. And while there may be some merit to it, in reality, the potato will absorb liquid because it's so starchy, and in that liquid it will in turn absorb the sodium. There's no harm in trying this method if you have an extra potato lying around, but she mentions to keep in mind that the extra water you add will do more than the potato does to absorb the liquid, which has the sodium. For the second half of the lesson, she teaches us how to prevent adding too much salt to the dish in the first place. We would all rather take preventative measures than try to scramble to fix a mistake. So first, she recommends seasoning in layers. In culinary school, this is how chefs are trained. You season in stages in order to enhance each layer of the flavor. You build upon them. And when buying products at the store, be aware of hidden sodium. Broth, beans, tomato products all contain a certain amount of sodium in them, which means you have less control over how something's gonna taste. Martha recommends we taste as we go. She says if you follow the tips above and season in layers,